And I hope you really kind of enjoy this, but thank you to parents and families, because although we did a large piece of this at school, there was a large part of it done at home. And so without recognizing your efforts at that, I would be remiss. So I hope you enjoy this.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Miss Grennan's class production of our play, The American Revolution. Our class has learned so much about our country's history, and we had a lot of fun in the process. We would like to give a special thank you to Miss Ann and the Stage Left Theater for teaching us about performing arts on stage in the way that acting informs writing.
We would like you to sit back and enjoy your trip back in time to the American Revolution.
If you're like me, you're tired of the same old stories about the American Revolution.
Enough about George Reddy. We want to hear someone else, like Betsy Ross, the woman who sewed the first American flag, tells all about the stitch heard around the world.
And now everybody, here she is, the seamstress of the Revolution,
Betsy Ross! Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Tell us how your sewing helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the tales you told before. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Tell us how your sailor flew at Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the one how you saved George. Tell us how you knitted muskets.
I felt it was my duty.
And then crocheted a cannon.
Oh, that one was a beauty.
Oh, and it sparkled. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how your sewing helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the tales you told before. When you stitched the Revolution,
You know, I'm double jointed.
and then crocheted again.
No, that I needle pointed. And didn't it turn out fine?
Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how you tailored food at Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the one how you say shooby-dooby, shooby-doo, shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo.
Can you tell us about the American Revolution again, Betsy? Oh, my children, it's been so many years.
Please.
Okay. Well, let's see. A good place to start is when England defeated France and Spain in a long war.
My dad told me about that.
The colonists helped the British defeat the French here in America in 1763. Yes, but the French and Indian War was just a small part of a much bigger conflict. A patch in the quilts of world politics. England became the leading power in the world. How King George III gloated.
Tremendous news, Your Majesty. We have won the 7 Years' War.
Well, it's about time. We've been fighting for, how many years now?
7.
It's been once since, isn't it? Yes, my lord. Their victory especially beneficial for our prospects in America. America, how splendid.
Your Majesty, we have driven the French out of most America, the entire north of Dallas, from Florida and everything to the east of Mississippi.
Our empire has never been bigger. We rule the seas. Our colonies are rich and well organized. England is the most powerful country in the world. In other words,
That's right, Your Majesty. You the man!
you the man?
You the man!
That's right. We beat French and Spain. Our colonies are our greatest joy. In America, well, America is our favorite toy. It's great to be an empire. It pays.
Yes, sir.
It pays to be an empire.
Salary and retirement plan and stuff like that?
Yes, England was in debt for over 140 million pounds. The King George and the Parliament figured the colonists could not pay.
140 million pounds? Wow, like you need to die for months to lose that.
Pound is an English money here. The British Parliament passed a series of acts that placed taxes and duties on the colonists. By 1767, those colonists weren't happy.
Mr. Otis, what's the latest?
John Adams, I'm glad I ran into you. It's another British outrage. They've passed the Townshend Acts, which put import duties on just about everything.
I didn't think it could get any worse. We already had the Hat Act, the Wool Act, Iron Act, Currency Act, and Sugar Act.
The British just can't get their acts together.
Remember the Stamp Act?
A direct tax on everything we printed, from cards to calendars.
I love what you said. What was it? Taxation without representation is tyranny.
The British are not treating us as equals, but as subjects. They are not allowing us to settle beyond the Appalachians. They've even started enforcing navigation laws, so all commerce between here and England must be by British vessels.
You're right. This has got to stop.
They're taxing everything, my coffee, my paper, my sugar. They're paying for theirs with what should be ours.
Taxation without representation is not right.
What's next? Our tea?
They wouldn't, would they?
This is the last straw, my fault, Bostonians.
You tell him, Sam.
Did we fight the Townshend Acts? We refused to import English goods and pay duties. And what did they do?
They sent warships into our harbor.
And did we relent?
Never!
What about the Boston Massacre?
Right, the British shot and killed 3 unarmed colonists.
Did we give up?
Never!
But here we are, 3 years later. They've passed the act. Are we going to keep paying a tax on tea?
Never!
They've shipped £500,000 tea, driving down the price of tea. Are we going to buy it? Well, are we?
Come on, Mr. Adams, we've got to have a spot of tea.
Yeah, I mean we're only human.
And the prices are so low. Listen to me. Today it's today it's tea. Tomorrow it's sugar. Next day it's nice white slippers with bangers that keep our feet cozy in the winter.
Not our bunny slippers.
Yes, you slippers. How long are we going to keep playing the Bears Cake Strong? It's time for action.
Right.
It's time we stop calling soccer football.
Right.
It's time we start running on the right-hand side of the road.
Right.
It's time we dump those 342 traffic tea into the harbor.
Right! What?
Come on, something's running, ain't tea. Let's go.
I can't believe the colonists destroyed all that tea.
Yes, in Maryland, they burned an entire ship, the tea, and all the rest of its cargo.
King George must have been really mad.
Oh, the English were really getting their threads entangled. They closed Boston Harbor, put restrictions on town meetings, and moved trials for officials who killed colonists from America to England.
Betsy Ross, I'm so glad you're home.
Oh my, John Jay, you look like you're about to bust a stitch.
Betsy, help, I have a hole in my sweater.
Oh my, John Jay, let me have a go at that.
But Betsy, what did we do after the British at Boston Harbor?
Why, we called the First Continental Congress.
Were you there, Mr. J?
Sure was. 55 men gathered, including John and Sam Adams, George Washington, and Patrick Henry.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Wow, was that Patrick Henry.
Don't encourage him, children, or he'll just keep on saying that.
Did all colonists want independence?
Well, at that point, most of us just wanted the legislation repealed. We called for a complete boycott of all British goods, but when our petitions were rejected, we began to collect muskets.
And that's when the British decided to send troops from Boston and seize weapons and arrest colonial leaders, right?
And thus the famous right of Paul Revere.
Paul Revere, such a sweet boy. I think I once started a sweater from him.
The redcoats are coming! The redcoats are coming!
Calm down, Paul. It's nearly midnight. You wake up the kids.
Wait, Dad, the redcoats are coming!
Sit down, children. Your father is a bit nervous.
Of course I'm nervous. The British are coming out of Boston, coming to arrest our colonial leaders and take our weapons and supplies.
Are they coming by land or sea?
I forget. I think it's 2 if by land, 1 if by sea, or 2 if by sea and 1 if by land. I think 3 Indians are coming by balloon.
Take it easy. You'll have to go in with people of expertise in Concord.
Yes, I must go at once.
Ride and warn John Hancock. Don't forget to alert Sam Adams too. Hurry, Father, the British will arrest them.
Their fate is in your hands, Paul.
Paul, what are you doing? I forgot my hat.
Oh, Mother, the redcoats are advancing. There's no time to lose.
Paul, what are you doing? I forgot my pants.
Do you think he'll do it, Mother?
I sure hope so, children. You must tell them and they must take a stance.
Paul,
What are you doing?
I forgot my horse.
Hurry, Dad, go!
Yes, Paul, hurry, or you'll be taking a midnight ride.
Hear, on this day, July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress is now in session. Independence Hall, Philadelphia, the Honorable John Hancock presiding.
Hey, Jefferson, where's John Hancock?
Oh, hello, Ben. Well, I sent him out to get some coffee cake.
Coffee cake?
Of course, what's a Continental Congress without a continental breakfast?
I heartily agree, Tom, but we've already had a selection of coffee, juices, and those delicious individually wrought danishes.
Truth is, I thought John needed something to do this morning. He's been acting a bit strange ever since we voted to endorse the Declaration of Independence.
A brilliant document, Tom, and now we must all hang together, or you can be sure we shall all hang separately.
It's been over a year since the first shots were fired between us and the British. Just a month later, we voted to elect George Washington to head the Continental Army. We've been unofficially at war ever since.
King George has rejected our efforts at reconciliation.
Tom Paine said it best when he wrote that these are the times that try men's souls.
Yes, that was well put.
Here comes John Hancock.
Okay, where is it? Where is it?
What are you looking for?
The Declaration of Independence. Where is it?
Here, and Tom said he wrote it. Tom, recite that bit about the self-evident truths again.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's great and all, but where is it? Where's the parchment itself? I'm ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to sign it, of course.
John, I told you so this morning. The final document won't be ready to sign for a month or so.
But I'm ready now, Tom. But I've been practicing. You can't stop me and my John Hancock. Where do I sign? Wait, but I'm ready now. Where do I sign?
Oh, I get it. He's John Hancock. His signature.
Did the colonists really think they could defeat the British Empire?
Well, we definitely had some disadvantages.
I'll say there was no real unity. The colonists did not trust each other.
And there was no central authority to raise money through taxes.
The army was hard to organize and nearly impossible to keep together.
And don't forget, probably no more than 1/3 of the colonists even wanted independence all that much.
And hundreds of thousands remained loyal to England.
True, but the British soldiers were 3,000 miles away from home and had a huge area to try to control.
And the British had second-rate generals.
While the colonists had George Washington, who turned out to be a fantastic leader.
And don't forget the French. They're always ready to help anyone who might hurt England.
But you're forgetting one of the most important facts.
What?
The con is spot dirty.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I don't mean it that way. I mean they're literally dirty. They blended in with the scenery. The redcoats couldn't even see them.
The redcoats felt the Minutemen should stand up and fight like men. Exactly. You stand up straight and wait our turn to shoot. It's gentlemanly and let the sneaking around.
I mean, look at it. All polished up and bareback. They could see us coming miles away. That's the proper way to fight. Ah, but those Minutemen were clever, they were. They knew exactly how to hide from the redcoats.
That was really smart. So what happened after the British surrendered, Mr. J?
I went to go help Ben Franklin and John Adams work out the Treaty of Paris in 1783. The British conceded all of the land from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic Ocean, from Spanish Florida to the Great Lakes.
That was great.
Well, it was complicated. The Articles of Confederation, which had been the basis for the central government, gave little power to Congress.
Couldn't they do anything?
Not much, just listen.
This is great. What more could we ask for? We've got 13 independent states in each confederation. There's no executive branch in the central government. We don't need another king around here.
But the Congress has no power to enforce its tax collection program.
Exactly, it's perfect. It's up to the individual states.
I don't know. Are you sure this is the best thing?
What could go wrong?
13 little countries. How great. There's no king of England throwing his weight around.
No bossy federal government telling us what to do.
So tell me, what could go wrong?
13 foreign policies! 13 kinds of laws! 13 sets of boundary lines! 13 little armies!
13 ways to fight.
13 major headaches.
They're right. It doesn't look so good anymore. There's no relief in sight. On this day, July 16, 1787, the Constitutional Convention is now in session. Independence Hall, Philadelphia. The Honorable George Washington presiding, presenting Alexander James Madison and Alexander Hamilton. Good afternoon, Mr. Madison. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Hamilton. Good afternoon. James, we have an important decision to make.
Yes, we do, Alexander. We're doing good post. We've already agreed to have 3 branches of government: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. Ballots and change.
Yes, a wonderful plan, but I have an even more important decision. I need your advice.
What's on your mind, Alexander?
You know, I favor a strong central bank, and now faced up with a huge decision.
What is it?
Which do you think is more impressive, my left profile or my right?
What?
When we start printing money, I'm just dying to get my picture on one of the bills. George Washington already claimed the $1, so I'm shooting for the 10. Personally, I think my left side makes me look taller. What do you think?
It's not exactly one of important decisions. Look, Alexander, we have some real issues here. The big states and the small states still can't agree on how they should be represented in Congress.
We big states have more people. We're not going to share even with you little states.
Come on, states.
Yeah, but we're not going to have proportional representation in both houses of Congress. We're just as important as you are. Come on, states.
Oh, yeah? Yeah! Big states rule. We have lots of folks.
Yeah!
Small states rule. We deserve our share.
Yeah!
Well, don't blink at Rhode Island because you'll miss it.
How dare you body shame me?
Well, Pennsylvania's gotten too fat.
Excuse me?
And Virginia's an aristocrat.
We're fancy.
Enough fighting now! Big states, small states, let's all try and get along. We all deserve the best. Now let's just leave it up to the Constitution.
Now I understand why we have one legislative body, the House, that has proportional representation, that is, bigger states have more congresspeople. And the other House, the Senate, gives the same number of representatives to every state, no matter how many people live there.
That's right. Like so much else in our Constitution, it was a compromise.
Did everybody like the Constitution?
Oh, no. Some people thought it gave the central government too much power. Others thought the states had too much authority. I wrote some of the Federalist Papers to help convince people to vote for it.
Did it work? Well, it took a while. We had to promise a Bill of Rights would be added. The Constitution was officially adopted June 21st, 1788.
Wow, that first election must have been something.
It sure was. The members of the House of Representatives were elected directly by the citizens in each state. The senators were elected directly by the legislature in each state. And George Washington was unanimously elected president by the Electoral College.
An electoral college? How does that work? Well, why don't we just let these folks here explain since they're on their way to participate in the first electoral college?
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and ensure the domestic tranquility, provide for the more common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty and ourselves and of course the tag, do ordain and establish the Constitution for the United States of America.
Can you read the part about the electoral college again?
Here it is, in Article 2. But in choosing a president, the vote shall be taken by the state. The representation from each state having one vote. A quorum for this purpose shall consist of a member or members from 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all states shall be necessary to a choice.
I'm not sure I know what that means.
Me either, but hey, we're just happy to get to vote.
That's right, let's go. Can't wait to go Cats 9.
So on April 30th, 1789, George Washington was sworn in as President of the United States of America in the temporary capital of New York.
Wow, what a great story.
As my good friend Ben Franklin said at the time, our Constitution is an actual operation. Everything appears to promise that it will last, but in this world, nothing is certain but death and taxes.
And now the Constitution is the oldest set of rules still in use for running a country. The 13 states have now grown to the 50 states.
The Constitution has served as the foundation for our government for over 200 years.
That's done. I'll finish. Here you go, John. I'll finish.
Thank you, Betsy. I knew you could fix it. I've got to go show Lafayette. The French general who fought for the colonists?
No, my dog! Can you tell us the story again, Betsy? Just finish, my dears.
Please
Well,
tell us, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Tell us how your sewing helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the tales you told before. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how you tailored food at Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us the one how you say shooby-dooby, shooby-doo, shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo.
We just want to thank you all for coming in, and we were impressed with their performances. We were. We also like to give a special shout out to Lexi from Miss Murphy's class, who was another study in our class.